Hare Krishna. Thank you. Very nice to hear everyone chanting Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I hope you're all happy. Everyone happy. Should be happy. Why? Because Krishna is happy. We are part of Krishna. Mamai vangsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatanaha. We are eternal parts of Krishna. And when we link with Krishna by bhakti yoga, then naturally we become happy. However, as you might have noticed, this material world is not a happy place. It might seem like that. That's called Maya. We think that it's going to be good. We think that what we will do will make us happy. Just like all of you here were not born in this country, but you became very excited when you first got the news, the information that you could come to this country and work. Is it not? You all thought, great, wonderful, now I'm going to go and it's going to be wonderful and everything is going to be so nice. But is it really like that? Do you really feel very happy in this place? What's the point of it anyway? What's the point of anything in this world? You come for some time, they send you to school when you're young, then you get married, you work hard all your life, and then when the body is no longer capable of working, they retire you, and then you die, and then you're forgotten. Maybe for 1 or 2 generations your photo will hang on the wall, then forgotten. What is the point? What is the point of it all? We work so hard, we have so many hopes. What for? Even if you do become very rich, there are so many very rich people in this country, maybe very high percentage per capita of millionaires, at least the local citizens, none of them are poor, even if they don't work. They have enough money, but are they happy? Or even if you do feel happy throughout your life, what is the point? Just finished. Just in eternal time, body comes into being and just a kshan, a moment, and it's all finished. What is the point? It all seems meaningless. But at the same time, we feel there should be some meaning. Everyone tries to make some meaning in their life. Most people do it by raising a family. They think that, well, that gives me a purpose to life. And on top of that, many people also are religious, thinking of God, most people approach God thinking that give us this day our daily bread and a lot of other things also. Make us happy in this world, which is missing the point because all religions are supposed to direct us to another world, but we're so focused on this world we think of this world. To get more meaning in life, to give them something to focus their attention on. People participate in sports just at the entrance to this facility, school. I saw a list of the sports that they engage the children in. I didn't read it fully, but I saw it must be cricket, must be there. It is, after all, an Indian school. Although cricket has got nothing to do with Indian culture, actually. If we don't find in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, cricket khelo. Mama no smara, cricket khelo. He doesn't say that. So cricket and football and then badminton. I saw chess/common. I don't know why they're put together. Maybe because they're both board games. Chess requires a lot of intelligence, and this common board requires no very slight intelligence. Maybe something like that of a chicken. So they're teaching so many sports, but it's just a diversion to engage our consciousness. And there are so many books we can read, so many novels and movies and YouTube shorts and so many things to engage our consciousness, just to divert our attention away from the fact that our life is completely meaningless. Is it? Why do we try to find meaning? Well, Krishna comes to this world. We're celebrating Janmashtami today. A little late, but never mind. Krishna comes to this world to tell us, first of all, we should be aware, as he says in Bhagavad Gita, Dukhalayam ashashvatam. This world is a place of misery. Don't expect happiness here. Some people suffer extremely miserably. There are so many wars going on all over the world. This country, there's a much bigger country next to this country, and on the other side of that country is a country where fighting has been going on for so many years, and it's a very piteous humanitarian situation with so many children starving and adults also starving and so many people getting killed in an ongoing war. And then a little bit to the west also there's another country devastated by war, trying to pick itself up. So suffering is there, but even for the people who are in a situation where there's not overt horror, there's so much suffering. Everyone has to suffer. Krishna explains, Janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha doshanu darshanam. The real knowledge that Krishna comes to speak in Bhagavad Gita begins when we understand, when we see and we hear and we understand that this world is full of misery, birth, death, old age and disease. So now maybe you're not feeling so happy. I started this talk asking if you feel happy. Maybe now you don't feel happy. But Krishna comes to this world to tell us how we can actually be happy. And not the temporary happiness of this world, because ashashvatam, everything here is temporary. To how to attain a situation of eternal bliss. Krishna, he is never unhappy. Why does he come to this place? Why should he come at all? He comes to inform us. Parastasmatu bhavanyo vyakto vyaktata sanatanaha yassa sarveshu bhuteshu nashyatsu navinashyati. Krishna says, beyond this world which is subject to repeated creation and annihilation, there is another world. Yes. Everything in this world it comes into being, it goes along for some time and then finished. Our bodies, they come into being, it goes along for some time and then finished. The little bug, some bugs, they're born after sunset. They live for some time. How long? They die before the next sunrise. And then we have the devas in the heavenly planets. They live 100 years of their time, long before Einstein brought out his relativity theory with talk of time dilation, and there's different time in different areas of the universe according to movement. Time is connected with movement, or at least the measurement of time is connected with movement. So the Vedic literature, the Puranas, they tell us that on other planets there different years. The year of this earth is approximately 365 days. So on the heavenly planets, it's 100 years, but one of their days is equivalent to 6 months on this planet. So they live a very long time compared to humans on this planet. But it's all temporary. But Krishna says, Parastasmatu bhavanyo vyakto vyaktat sanatanaha yassa sarveshu bhuteshu nashyatsu na vinashyati. Everything in this world comes into being. Even the great mountains, they have a beginning and an end. What to speak of the great empires within this vicinity, this area of the world. Previously there was a Babylonian Empire. The Roman Empire was very famous. The Carthaginian Empire, maybe you heard of. What to speak of the British Empire. So many empires, they have come and gone. But Krishna tells us there is a world beyond this world where everything is eternal. Nothing is destroyed. You may think, well, that's even worse. I have to go to a place, you're asking me to go to a place where there's no death and nothing's ever destroyed. Maybe it's better just to die. Life is so miserable. Dying is a relief. Or not to get born. The atheists and the gross materialists, they say, no, when death is finished, everything is finished. There's no rebirth, there's nothing. So you might think, well, it's a great relief. Let me just die. And some people think like that. They commit suicide. There are so many ways to commit suicide. That's one way, to shoot yourself in the head. I don't recommend it because it doesn't solve any problems. It makes things worse. Because you don't die. That Krishna teaches us in Bhagavad Gita. We don't die. We can kill the body that we're presently inhabiting and we'll think, I'll get free from my misery. But we are eternal living beings. And then we have to take, if we commit suicide, then we have to take a ghostly form, which is horrible for us and causes fear to others. So Krishna comes to take us to that place where everyone is eternally happy. I asked you first of all, are you happy? Yes, you're happy. Why are you happy? Because you're chanting Hare Krishna. And Krishna is always happy. He comes to this place of misery, but when he comes, he doesn't become unhappy because he is transcendental to the conditions of this world. He comes to show us how we can actually be happy. And you may say, well, that's all well and good, but Krishna came such a long time ago, I don't see him now. And I still have to go to work. So how does Krishna help me? That question is answered by Queen Kunti, who said, Shunvanti, Gayanti, Granantya Bhikshnasha, Smaranti Nandanti, Tavehitam Janaha, Ta eva Pasyancha Chirena Tavakam Bhava Pravaho Paramang Padam Bhujam. Praying to Krishna, she says that persons who continuously hear about you, Krishna, and chant about you and chant your names, and take you into their heart, and remember you, and take pleasure in doing so, and take pleasure in others doing so, such persons will very soon have the opportunity to see you and be able to cross beyond birth and death. You'll be able to see your lotus feet. So this is how we can take advantage even now, because Krishna came, what to us seems a long time ago, but he's still present as his holy name, and the narrations about Krishna's activities in this world are still present. His Bhagavad Gita is still present. So Krishna comes to perform transcendental, spiritual activities which we can remember And we can discuss, just like today we're celebrating Krishna's appearance in this world. We can discuss this. We can hear about it. We can hear about his killing so many demons. We can hear about his stealing butter. We can hear about his dancing with who? The cowherd girls and the cowherd boys. He danced with the cowherd boys also. Different kind of dance. It's not only with the gopis, it's also with the gopas. We can hear about these activities, how he saved Draupadi when she called out, Govinda, Govinda, Govinda Damoda Madhaveti. She called out to Govinda as her chastity, her shyness was being violated by Dushasana. We can hear about this, and by hearing about this, we become attracted to Krishna, who is naturally attractive. We have the tendency to hear. We like to hear about stories of Bollywood stars or cricket stars. But hearing about them will implicate us further in birth and death. Hearing about Krishna makes us happy, not the happiness of this world, the happiness of the spiritual world. And that transports, that hearing about Krishna, discussing about Krishna, remembering Krishna, chanting Krishna's names, transports us to the spiritual world. We're very fortunate that His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, whose picture you can see here, has translated so many books. How many people here understand Sanskrit, can read Sanskrit and understand it? One little bit. He's just beginning. And yeah, the boys, they get a little training at school. Can you understand the Upanishads? Upanishadic Sanskrit? I doubt it. Vedic Sanskrit? Doubtful. So how are we going to get the benefit? How are we going to be benefited from the scriptures? Well, Srila Prabhupada has translated them into English, and subsequently they've been translated into many languages. We probably have speakers of many languages here. I know Hindi and Bengali and probably Nepali and Bhojpuri. Everyone knows Bhojpuri, also knows Hindi, of course. And in Gujarati and Rajasthani and Marathi and Konkani and Telugu, Tamil, Malayalam, Kannada, Oriya. What other languages? Any ones I missed out there? I think I covered most of the main languages of India. One of the main languages of India is Urdu. Anyone speak Urdu at home here? I don't think so. They're somewhere else now. So in all these languages, Srila Prabhupada has described the pastimes. Oh, Assamese, I didn't. And then there are Assamese, Manipuri, and so many in the northeast. Punjabi, I didn't say Punjabi. Oh, whew, dangerous. Then we have Haryanvi and so many. Chambalpuri and all these Upabhashas. So Srila Prabhupada has given these books translated from Sanskrit, Pastimes of Krishna. Please, at the back, you're shining a light in my eye. Please put that off. Thank you. These books are available. We have books in most of these languages available here now, giving the pastimes of Krishna and the teachings of Krishna. So please, everyone, don't leave here without taking a book about Krishna. Because now you're coming here, you remember Krishna. Take a book by Srila Prabhupada home and read it, and that will help you to become more Krishna conscious and make advancement on the path of going back home, back to Godhead. Krishna comes here to take us there. And Srila Prabhupada, his representative, came here to give the scriptures, to give the holy name of Krishna, to help us go from here to there. So please take advantage, take a book, read it, chant Hare Krishna, and be happy even now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.